What is the biggest risk you've ever taken? Ponder on that for a moment. Risk, by definition, is the probability of an undesirable outcome. It's the shadow that looms over every decision, every action, every venture. But what if, instead of fearing risk, you could understand it, manage it, and even turn it into an opportunity? To do that, let's first break down the different types of risk. Financial risk, for instance, is the fear of losing money. It's that sinking feeling when you see a stock price plummet or when an investment doesn't pan out as expected. Then there's legal risk, where the specter of lawsuits or fines hovers like a dark cloud. Strategic risk is another beast altogether. It's the danger that lurks when a decision, a strategy, or a direction taken could potentially harm the organization. And finally, there's security risk. The risk of being hacked or attacked, which in this digital age can devastate an organization overnight. But fear not. There are ways to manage these risks. It's an art and a science called risk management. It's about identifying these risks, gauging how likely they are to happen, and developing plans to mitigate their impact. It's not about completely avoiding risk, that's impossible, but about controlling it. There are several techniques for risk management. Risk avoidance, for example, is steering clear of high-risk activities, like not walking on a tightrope if you're afraid of heights. Then there's risk reduction, which is about taking steps to lessen the likelihood of a risk happening, like wearing a safety harness while walking on that tightrope. Risk transfer is another technique where you pass on the risk to another party. It's like having an insurance company to share the burden. Lastly, there's risk retention, where you accept the risk and decide not to take any action to mitigate it. It's a bit like saying, I know the tightrope is risky, but I'm walking it anyway. The best approach to risk management depends on the specific circumstances of an organization. But one thing is clear, every organization needs a risk management plan. It's not just about avoiding failure, but about increasing the chances of success. In conclusion, risk is an inherent part of life and business, but with understanding and effective management, it doesn't have to be a menace. Instead, it can be a challenge to overcome, a hurdle to leap over, and even an opportunity to grow stronger. So, the next time you face a risk, remember, it's not just a threat, it's a potential stepping stone to success.